We're going to get started. Y'all can just feel free to walk around, do whatever you're going to do. If somebody wants to say something, just yell it out. This is not supposed to be some kind of ceremony, like a wedding or something. This is just friends talking about, what Christ has done in our lives. I mean, come on now. It's out of control. Right here. So this is a valued member of the KJM team. How do you know this brother, Matt Plantenga? Funny story. He was going through, him and I have been going through stuff this year. We've been talking about it all. So he was going through some stuff a couple months ago. He's like, I'm going to resign from KJM. He sent me his formal resignation. I'm like, thank you very much, but we do not accept the resignation. Look, he's still here. So, praise Jesus. He's going to get us started here.
Appreciate that. Hi, my name is Matt, and I'm a Calvinist, so I believe in predestination, so I know I'm here for a reason, and it's a little joke. But my favorite part about being in KJM is actually the fact that the only reason I am here today is because Jeff Grubb signed his son up for the wrong basketball league. He was supposed to do 12th Street Baptist Upward, sent me an email, and in the email he's like, hey, so I signed my son up, I don't think I paid, blah, 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 and I'm looking for the name, it's not coming up, and I responded back, and I was like, I don't think you're on our system, but Kalamazoo Jail Ministry, that's cool, but Jeff Kim will do that, that's awesome. And next thing you know, he's like, hey, do you want to get coffee? And I was like, sure. And now I've been a year and a half later doing KJM, so praise the Lord for that. He wants stories about what God has done, and I've got a pretty significant one. So we're starting out with a bang here. I started doing mentorship of a young African-American man, his name is Makai, about a year and a half ago. I helped him get a job, helped him get his car fixed up. I was working at a community center at the time. I was picking him up early in the morning, letting him work out at like 5:30 in the morning, giving him rides. He wanted to be this semi-pro basketball player. And this was right around the same time that I joined the Kalamazoo Jail Ministry. Actually, the first day I started doing jail ministry and walking with Grubb was the day that this kid didn't show up for working out in the morning. And that's not like him. He was always outside, always ready to go. And I texted him, and I was like, he must not have woken up that day. I'm doing jail ministry, talking to some guys, getting to know them. And I was like, man, I'm really upset with this kid. He's been doing great. I did all this work with this kid, and I really thought that we had a good thing going. And one of the inmates, we'll call him Mike. I don't want to give his real name, but he kind of leveled me. And he's like, well, you tried to build this kid up like a tree without planting any roots. You gave him all this stuff, you did all these things for him, but what do you know about him? What did you do with it? You gotta invest in it. And when I was blown away, because when I first got into the jail ministry, I'm thinking I'm blessing them. I'm here to show them love. I'm here to show them that there's a better way. And first day, I had an inmate put me in my place. And so from there, I was hooked. And I kept leaning on this Mike guy all the time. I ended up helping that.
You can say his name, Mike Rogers. This is a
okay, his name is Mike Warren. So Mike Warren Rogers, and I'm forever indebted to this man. But anyway, so I kept leaning on Mike Warren. Even when he wasn't in my route, I would always make sure to go visit him. Fast forward to April. This will be really hard for me to talk about, just warning you. But I was at work, and my brother-in-law called and said that my sister had fallen and she hit her head. And I'm like, okay. And he's like, no, she's in the hospital. And so rushed over to the hospital, and they had to perform an emergency brain surgery. It was 4.5 hours of constant prayer, the family, and she was in a coma this young man that I was mentoring, that I had to develop roots with, that Michael told me about, I was in the hospital bed, FaceTiming with him, lamenting over my sister, and he was supporting me. So, I mean, that alone shows you what jail ministry does, and that lesson that I learned there alone is huge. But I'm FaceTiming with this kid, talking about it, and there was like some beeping noise at the hospital bed, so I start walking over to it, and I kid you not, I hear my sister go, she opened her eyes, she looked over, and then she just looked despondent, but her eyes opened for the first time in 11 days. A miracle in and of itself. I couldn't wait to tell people, obviously, so I reached out to Jeff Grupp and I let him know, and he informed me. He was like, "Wait, what time is it?" That was his response. "What time is it, Matt?" I was like, "Well, it was like 3 something. I don't even remember the time." I told him the time, and he said, "Now, 30 minutes earlier in the jail cell, Michael and Jeff were talking, and Jeff was just about to leave. Michael goes, well, wait, we were going to pray. We were going to pray for Matt's sister. We were going to pray." And so they, in that jail cell, prayed for my sister. Jeff Grupp said, "Pray that she just opens her eyes so that she knows she's not alone." I can't make that up, you guys. I can't make that up. And if I was a little more prepared, I'd show you a picture of her now, but she's driving, you guys. She's back at her home. She's looking for a job at Costa. She was here at Center Point City Church last week, and I mean, I told multiple people that I thought my sister was dead. And by the grace of God, she's here. So.